Right, welcome to my tutorial for Mrs Narcissa. We'll just start right away. So the starting pose is going to be taking your right arm and forming an uppercut, and taking your left arm and crossing it behind your right hand to form a plus, and you're going to shift your weight out onto your right. So we're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're going to slash from the right to the left. 1, we're going to expand our arms like this and form a line. Ultimately, you're going to be making a circle, so you want to make sure that these two arms are in opposition. So you're going to then form the circle, and as your right arm comes down, you're going to do a K-ho loop, and it needs to intersect with your left arm, like this. Okay, so if you're familiar with thunder snake, when you're doing these thunder snake circles, you want this part of the motion to overlap. It's going to be similar for Mrs Narcissa, where after this slash, you're going to want these two parts here to overlap, and your right arm will drop behind your back. So let me show you that one more time. So we're going to do a slash. Our right arm is going to come up, and once it's kind of at this, like, so if this is 0 degrees and this is like 90 degrees, once it's like maybe 80 degrees here or 70 degrees or whatever, your other arm is going to shoot out in opposition. Okay, so it'll be like this. And then your left arm is going to come down. And as your left arm is coming down, your right arm is going to come from your waist and form like a K-ho circle, as if you were doing romance K-ho. It's going to form a K-ho circle, and it's going to intersect with your left arm. And then your right arm is going to drop behind your back. And you want to make sure these intersect. So a trick that you'll see a lot of JP Uchishi do is they'll bend their right wrist. So it'll bend inwards, kind of like this, so that this is lined up. And you want to make sure it's bent all the way until it comes back. So the first count, first 8 count is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from here, you're going to do a uppercut with your right arm, and it's going to be 4 beats. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let me show you the full thing one more time. We're going 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, a few key points. So the first is this. You want to make sure your hands or your arms are in opposition. So they should form a straight line, because you really are trying to form like a big circle with both of your arms. So these want to be in opposition of each other, as if you're forming a circle. Okay? And then the other thing is, as this arm is coming down and this arm is coming up, you want to make sure that it intersects. Okay? So roughly speaking, once your left arm is kind of at this 90-degree position and coming down, your right arm, your right arm is going to be coming up from your right waist, and you'll notice it might contradict what I said earlier, where you're forming a circle, but it actually makes perfect sense, because once this left arm is up here, your right arm should be roughly down here. So, like that. And again, the trick to making sure it intersects quite nicely is to make sure that you bend your wrist inwards, so that your right arm isn't in front of your left arm as it comes down. Right? So make sure you pay attention to that silhouette. And then the last thing is you want to make sure you're really leaning onto your right leg and bending your torso down and over your right leg on this 3-4, so that it contrasts the uppercut very nicely. Right? So the uppercut is going to be pretty slow. 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's a couple schools of thought when it comes to the uppercut specifically. So some people will do like arm bent, like at this elbow here, when they're doing the uppercut. Some people will do a full arm extension, so their arm is kind of fully straight out. Some people look at the light too, and some people will look at the camera or look straight down. And then some people will actually come in really low, like this. So there's a lot of different variations of this. It doesn't really matter which one you do. You should choose the one that fits the song the best. I'll say the most common one that I see is fully extended arm, coming out kind of at hip or chest level before slowing down. 5, 6, 7, 8. And they'll be generally looking in the direction of the light. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's it for the first 8 counts. Good luck.